welcome to yoga. I'm Tiffany. This sequence today is going to be focusing on getting into standing pigeon variations of that. So with this sequence, I like you to just have fun with it. There's a lot of steps along the way that anybody can do. So just give it a try, stop where you need to stop, and like I said, have fun. So we're going to start out in a comfortable seated position. And then start to close your eyes. If you'd like, you can place your hands at heart center. And then quiet your thoughts. Relax your breath. Try to leave aside whatever might be happening in your house right now. Leave aside the laundry and the dishes. They'll definitely be there when you're done. And allow this time for yourself. Take a deep breath in. Take a long, slow exhale out through your mouth. Again, deep breath in. Long, slow exhale out through your mouth. And do a few rounds of breath like this. And with each exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve you. Any stresses, worry, negativity. Let it all go with the exhale. Do one more round of breath this way. And then return to your natural breath. And then slowly start to open your eyes. Place your hands on top of your legs. And then take a deep breath in and shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And then exhale, open your chest and slide your shoulder blades down your back. Again, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Good. We'll get started today with a neck stretch. So we're going to bring the right ear over to the right shoulder. You can stay with just that, or bring your hands behind you and grab your left wrist with your right hand and pull the wrist down a little bit so you're getting a stretch down the side of your neck and into your shoulder. We hold a lot of stress in our neck, so we really want to try to work on releasing that. Good, release. Come back up to center and then switch sides. Bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. Grab your right wrist. Pull that a little bit to get a little bit more stretch. And then come back up to center. Bring your hands to your legs and then just do a couple of neck rolls. And then roll the other way. And bring your head back up to center. Next, we'll do some shoulder rolls. So just rolling the shoulders back. And then rolling them forward. And then alternating. And go the other way. And then inhale, shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, open the chest and slide the shoulder blades down the back. Good. Next, we're going to bring the right hand down on the floor beside you. Bring your left arm up and over. Stretch over to the right. Try to keep your left sitting bone on the mat if possible. Really stretching through the left fingertips. And come back up to center and then switch sides. come back up to center. Next, we're going to sit into staff pose. So bring your legs straight out in front of you, sitting up nice and tall. And then inhale, sweep the arms up into the air. Exhale, fold forward. You don't have to go your farthest just yet. Just let your hands land wherever they land. And then inhale, sliding up, bring the arms back up. And exhale, fold forward. This time go to wherever you get the best stretch. Take a couple of deep breaths there. And then lift your head slightly. We're going to bring the right hand outside of the left foot and start to lift this left arm. You can bring it just parallel with the floor out to the side or twist all the way open and bring that arm behind you. Good. Then bring that arm all the way around to the outside of the right foot. Lift your right arm out to the side. Keep it there or twist open to the right. And come back to center, folding forward one more time. And then release and slowly roll up to staff pose, sitting up tall. Good, then we're gonna come into fire log pose next. So that is taking your right shin parallel with the top of your mat, and then stacking your left shin directly on top of that. If that doesn't work for you, you could sit in cross-leg pose. Your pose might look a little more like this with your knee up. That's okay. If you have a block, you can always place the block underneath that. And then you can stay upright, or you can start to come forward. Placing your fingertips out in front of you. Stay there or start to come forward even more. So you're walking your hands out and folding forward. Take a couple of deep breaths here, opening at the hips. Another place we hold a lot of stress. It's really good to release that. And then slowly walking back in, sitting up tall. We're going to switch sides. If you're cross-legged, switch the cross of your legs. Otherwise, switch your top and bottom legs for your fire log pose. Stay here. Maybe bring the hands out in front of you. Maybe start to walk forward, breathing into that hip. Try to release the tension there, going nice and slow. And then coming back up. Good. From here, we're going to come into a pose called Rock the Baby. This is something we're going to work on when we're standing, so keep that in mind. So a couple of options. We're just going to start with the top leg. So grab that leg. You can either, first option is placing your hand on the bottom of your foot and then at the top of your knee, holding it that way. Or you can place your foot in the crease of your elbow, place your knee in the crease of your elbow, and then hang on to your foot or clasp your hands. See how tall you can sit up. And then if you want to rock, just rock back and forth, loosening up the hip. If it doesn't feel good to rock, then just hold it still. Good, bring it back to center. Set that leg down, and then we'll switch. Taking the other leg. Remember, you can grab the foot and the knee and do it that way. Or place the foot in the crease of your elbow, knee in the crease of your elbow, hang on to the leg or clasp your hands. Maybe stay with just this first. Maybe start to rock if that feels okay. And then set that foot down and bring the bottoms of your feet together and come into butterfly pose. So bottoms of the feet together, knees open. You can bring your hands behind you and scoot yourself closer to your feet. And then you can stay upright, or you can bring your hands out in front of you. Maybe start to fold forward again. So we're getting some more forward folding, which reduces stress. Also opening up the inside of the thighs and the hips. And then And slowly coming back up, bring your knees together. We're gonna come onto our knees next for a toe squat. So we're gonna bend the toes. If you have blocks, blocks could help you here. I'll explain that along the way. So we're bending the toes, bring your heels and your ankles together, and then we're gonna slowly start to sit back on the heels. Try to keep squeezing the heels and ankles together if possible. If you have blocks, you can place the blocks under your hands and kind of lean there, or you can place your hands on your thighs to try to help yourself go back so you don't have to go back all the way, or you can sit all the way back. So we're getting a stretch in the foot. We will be doing some balancing with our standing pigeon, so this is getting our feet ready for that. This also releases toxins, so great pose to do right now. Make sure you're breathing. Take one more deep breath here. And then we're going to come forward onto hands and knees and tap the tops of the feet out on the mat. From here, we're going to do an ankle stretch. So we're going to sit back on the tops of the feet, not the toes though. Sitting back on the tops of the feet, and then you can bring your hands behind you. You can stay with just that. That might be stretching your ankles enough. If you could use more of a stretch, lift your knees up off of the mat. You can lean back even more. Sometimes people like to come down onto their elbows, get even more of a stretch. Do whatever works for you. You don't feel like you have to go beyond anything that feels okay. One more breath here. And then start to come back up. And then we're going to bring the hands out in front of you. We're going to do some cat-cow stretches. So we're going to start out rounding the spine, pressing the spine up towards the ceiling, making sure that your knees are directly under your hips here. So rounding the spine up, tucking the chin, and then drop the belly, lift the chin for cow. Also want to make sure your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Good, then round for cat, drop and lift for cow. Just move through a couple of these with your own breath. And let's do one more cat. And one more cow. And then return to a neutral spine. Next, we're going to take the right leg straight out behind you. You can't really see my foot, but your big toe is on the floor. And then you're going to lift your toe and bring it out to the side. I'm going to scoot up. It's going to cut my head off, but I want you to see what my toe is doing. So bringing your toe to the floor, over to the left. So you're getting a stretch down the right side. Good, bring the toe back to center, come back to the knees. And then we're gonna bring the left toe straight out, so the toe's on the floor. And then bring it over to the right, stretching the left side. And then bring the foot back. Come back to hands and knees. Good. Next I'm going to start with the left so you can see it on the first side first. So we're going to start with the left. So the knee is bent. You're going to lift the knee, bringing it out to the side, and then bring it back to the center, but don't set it down, and then lift it straight out behind you. And then bring it back to the center, to the side, center, behind you, center, to the side, center, behind you. One more time, center, to the side, center, behind you. Then hold that leg straight out. So your toes are pointed, and then set that knee down. We'll do the other side. So lifting the right leg out to the side, bring it back to center, straight out behind you. Center, to the side, center, behind you. Center, to the side, center, behind you. One more time. Center, to the side, center, behind you. Hold that leg straight out. Good, and then set that knee down. Next, we're going to step the left foot, because I'm facing you. We're going to do the left foot. Step it in between your hands. And then scoot your right knee back. Place the top of the foot on the mat. And then we're gonna lunge forward, stretching the front of your right hip. Good, then you can stay there or you can come up to your thigh. Good, then you can stay here or you might wanna unlunge a little bit, lift the right foot up, maybe grab the foot. And then you can bring your foot closer to you, but you could start by bringing yourself closer to your foot and then bringing it closer to you. So really good quad stretch. Good, bring yourself back up, set that foot down, bring your hands back down to the mat, step the left foot back, right foot forward. You can scoot the knee back at first, placing the top of the foot on the mat, and then lunging forward, finding a stretch in the front of the left hip. And then you can stay here or come up to the thigh. And if you'd like to add that quad stretch, you might want to scoot your knee in just a little bit. Lift the right foot up, left foot up rather. Maybe grab the foot. And then start out by coming closer to your foot and then start to bring it closer to you as you lean forward. Good, and then bring it back, go with the foot, set it down, place the hands back down on the mat, step the knees together, and then we're going to tuck the toes and come into a downward dog. Really pressing through the index knuckles, pressing the hips up towards the ceiling, and pressing the heels down towards the mat. And then you can pedal your feet, stretching out the backs of the legs. And then come up onto your tippy toes, and then press both heels down towards the mat. Then we're going to walk the hands back to the feet and come into a forward fold. Your knees can be bent here. And then come into a half lift. So straighten your legs, flatten your back, and place your hands wherever you get a flat back. And then forward fold. And then we're going to sweep the arms up. And then bring them back down. Good, then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Half lift, forward fold. We're going to walk the hands out into plank. Your knees can be up or down. If your knees are up, try to keep your hips in line with the rest of your body. If your knees are down, it will look like this. Good, and then slowly lower down onto your stomach. Point your toes and press up into cobra. So you're lifting your head, chest, and chin, keeping the elbows bent and squeezed in towards your ribs. And then lower down. Tuck your toes, press back, downward dog. And then we're going to walk the hands back to the feet, coming into forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. And then reverse swan dive, sweeping the arms up. Bringing them back down. Again, sweeping the arms up. Swan dive, forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. And then walk your hands out into plank. And lower down. Press up into cobra. Lower down. Tuck your toes, press back, downward dog. Walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. And then sweep the arms up. And mountain. Good. Last one, sweeping the arms up. Swan dive, forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. And then walk your hands out into plank. Lower down. Point your toes, press up into cobra. Lower down. Tuck your toes, press back, downward dog. Good. From here, we're going to press the heels down towards the mat. And then we're gonna lift the left leg up into the air. And then bend your knee, open your hip, and look underneath your left armpit. Stretching that hip again. Bring it back down, set that foot down. Then lift the right leg up into the air. Bend the knee, open the hip, look underneath the right armpit.